Good afternoon, I'm Denise Tan, and this is One News Now. The Filipino caregiver recently freed by Hamas will receive benefits from Israel for life. The Philippine Embassy in Tel Aviv says Jimmy Pacheco will get lifetime Social Security benefits for him and his family. Pacheco has also qualified for regular and similar stipends given to Israelis victimized by violent attacks. In an exclusive interview with News 5, Pacheco says his freedom was the best Christmas gift that he got. At the moment, he is undergoing medical treatment in Tel Aviv for emotional stress and partial hearing loss. Following his experience, Pacheco says he no longer plans to work abroad due to trauma. The Foreign Affairs Department and the Department of Migrant Workers are working to bring Pacheco home by Christmas.
Yun lang naman ang pangarap ko sa pagpunta ko dito, baon-baon ko hanggang ngayon. Yung baon kong pumunta ng Israel, magkabahay, natupad naman na. Magkaroon ng kasi ang trabaho ko noon driver ng kiskisan, yung hubog rice mill. Magkaroon ng sariling ganon, masaya na ako.
Hamas has released 17 more hostages during the third round of exchanges with Israel. The youngest captive freed was Abigail Eden, a 4-year-old girl with Israeli-American citizenship. Her parents were killed in the Hamas attack on October 7. For its part, Tel Aviv released 39 Palestinian prisoners. A fourth exchange is expected today, the last day of the ceasefire between the two camps. The United States, Egypt, and Qatar are trying to extend the truce that began on Friday to allow for more hostage prisoner swaps and humanitarian aid. Hamas said it will agree to a longer pause on fighting if Israel will free more Palestinian detainees.
Abigail was among 13 hostages released today from Gaza under the brokered and sustained, though intensive, U.S. diplomacy. She's now safely in Israel, and we continue to press and expect for additional Americans will be released as well. And we will not stop working until every hostage is returned to their loved ones.
U.S. officials say the seized commercial tanker Central Park in the Gulf of Aden is now safe. One American source told Reuters that the tanker is now free after the USS Mason warship responded to a distress call. The identity of the attackers were not disclosed, nor the number of passengers on board. The Central Park is managed by Zodiac Maritime, a London-based ship management firm owned by Israel's Offer family. The vessel was believed to be carrying some Filipino crew members, but this report has not been independently verified. This incident follows last week's hijacking of a vessel by Yemeni Houthis off the Red Sea. The ship has 25 passengers, including 17 Filipino seafarers. In other news, the health department says cases of flu-like illnesses in the country have started to drop. From October 15 to 28, the DOH logged more than 10,000 cases, 20% lower than those from previous weeks. But the DOH warned that flu-like illnesses could shoot up again in January of 2024 because of rainy and cold weather. As to the rise of respiratory illnesses in China, the health department is still on monitoring mode. For now, infectious diseases expert Rod Jean Solante urges authorities and school officials to particularly keep an eye on school children.
Report ng WHO na kadalasan sa mga natamaan nito yung mga bata pa rin, no? And ang kadalasang sintomas, in fact, ang description nila dito, Maricel, no, it's influenza-like illness. Well, napaka-importante na hakbang sa mga schools na they have to have also protocol, no, para sa mga bata. So they still have to remind the children that when they have symptoms or mild man, mga paubo-ubo, they have to wear the face mask para hindi mahawaan yung mga walang face mask.
Time to take a quick break. One News Now will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Denise Tan. From sea to air, the armed forces is now reporting Chinese jets shadowing a Philippine aircraft while on a joint drill with the Australian military in disputed waters. AFP Chief General Romeo Bronner Jr. claimed Beijing's planes tailed an A-29B Super Tucano from the Philippine Air Force. Still, the Filipino aircraft was able to finish its air and maritime patrol mission. Bronner noted Australian planes were not shadowed while on the same mission. The AFP reiterated the Philippines is within the bounds of international laws in the conduct of joint patrols with allies. Over at the Vatican, Pope Francis is suffering from another lung inflammation, forcing him to cancel his usual activities. On Sunday, an aide read the pontiff's regular noon message while Francis remained in his residence with a bandaged hand. The Pope, who's also enduring coughs, also asked the audience not to forget to pray for him. Despite his condition, Pope Francis is still expected to attend the climate change gathering in the UAE next week. He is turning 87 on December 17.
Cari fratelli e sorelle, buona domenica. Oggi non posso affacciarmi dalla finestra perché ho questo problema di infiammazione ai polmoni. E a leggere la riflessione sarà Monsignor Braida, che le conosce bene perché è lui che le fa e le fa sempre così bene. Grazie tante per la vostra presenza.
Back here at home, here's a rundown of the day's other top stories. Over 1 million individuals have been affected by incessant rains. The heavy downpours were from the combined effects of the shear line and the low-pressure area. The bad weather displaced thousands of families and left a trail of destruction in Calabarzon, Mimaropa, Bicol, Western and Eastern Visayas, Northern Mindanao, and Caraga. We're seeing a mixed adjustment in the prices of petroleum products this week. Starting tomorrow, Tuesday, November 28, diesel will be more expensive by 30 centavos while kerosene will be up by 65 centavos per liter. There's no movement in the price of gasoline. NAIA Terminal 3 will undergo preventive electrical maintenance starting Wednesday, November 29. This means there will be a 3-hour power interruption at T3 starting 12 midnight. But the Manila International Airport Authority assured flights will not be disrupted. The whole of NAIA will also remain operational during the scheduled upgrade. President Bongbong Marcos and his wife Liza led a nationwide gift-giving event from Malacanang. Over the weekend, more than 17,000 children from select shelters and adoption centers received gifts and other provisions. A 40-foot Christmas tree in the palace's Kalayaan grounds was also lit in celebration of the holidays. And here's a homecoming fit for a queen. Miss Universe Philippines Michelle D got a very warm welcome from supporters upon her return to Manila on Saturday. Also there to greet Michelle was her mom, Miss International 1979 Melanie Marquez. Dee thanked her supporters for making her feel like a winner, and she actually is, having bagged Miss Universe special prizes for Best National Costume, Fan Votes, Spirit of Carnival, and Voice for Change for her advocacy on autism awareness. Meantime, the Miss Universe Top 10 finalist hinted at a collab project with Miss Universe first runner-up, Antonia Porcil.
Tinatanong ako nila ng mga kaibigan ko, ano bang gusto mo? Sabi ko, oh my gosh, I need Pinoy food na miss ko na talaga. So ako, yun talaga yung focus ko is, ay malapit na ako makatikim ulit ng favorite delicacy ko, which is Pinoy food. Pero of course, yung may uuwi ko talaga from El Salvador was really the relationships that I bonded there, that I was able to form.
One News Now will be back at 3:15 p.m. Join us again later. I'm Denise Tan. We are One News.